Okay, sound check 1, 2, 3. Can everybody hear? Yes, we can. Can everybody see? Yes, you can. All right. What did I mention yesterday when you're trading the SPX? What did I mention you want to do? They're on the Twitter. I'm going to create a page on the. I'm going to create a page on the blog, but they're on the Twitter. I'll create a page. Here's my Vimeo account. Right here, my friend. Right here. Okay. What did I mention that yesterday? What did I mention on if you're going to trade the SPX? What did I mention that you want to do? I mentioned you wanted to go to the ES futures. You wanted to go to 60-minute chart and you wanted to start drawing lines. Right? Yes, no, come on. Anyone remember that? Because I drew these lines last night. I'm not lying to you guys. I drew these lines last night. I drew those lines last night. I really did. And I also said that, you know, you got this kind of a gap. And I'm like, boy, if we break, there's a long ways to go, right? Remember I said that? And then Dave Weiss came out with his newsletter and said, whoa, you kind of got a long ways to go. I'm like, yeah, wow, we kind of got a long ways to go. All right? Okay. What did the ES futures do today? How do I engage you guys? Guys, I can't offer you money for the right answer. But what did they do, Christine? Right here. They held a support level. Right? They held a support level. Okay. If they break this support level, the next key level that I have is going to be, and you guys can write this down if you want. I'll take a Gazzo for you. You know what? I'm going to take a Gazzo. Forget this level down here. It's too far. I'm going to take a Gazzo. You guys should all get Gazzo. It's called Gyazo. It's a little app you install, and then you just do this. Oops. You do this. You click it, right? And then what happens is you get a screenshot. Okay? And you can save your screenshot. If you upgrade, it's like $30 a year. You can tag it and all this stuff. There's your screenshot. There's your level. This level is important because this was a tax reform when Trump was out. They actually revised the 9-page tax reform, and the world thought this was the best thing since sliced bread. Market went up, moved sideways, right? All right, this is another key level you got to watch. Okay? Okay. I want to talk for a minute. Everybody, listen to me. And I want to ask you, for you guys that are doing day trades and overnight and short-term trades. Moto, can you hear me? Okay, Moto, can you hear me? Number one, I want to say one thing. If you put in a hard stop on an option, you probably should just donate your money to charity. Like, there's some good animal leagues and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about, guys? If you put a hard stop on an option, you're asking for trouble. This is my 100% belief from years of trading. I just can't describe it to you. Yeah, you know, just a hard stop where you're saying, all right, here's my stop. My stops are visual, Dave. I watch, you know, my trades. All right, you know, you get a crazy spike. It lasts, you know, a millisecond. Boom, you're out. You're done. Right? All right, it's happened. It's happened to everybody. SPX especially because the SPX especially because the play with the spreads. Right? They'll widen spreads, they'll loosen it, they'll widen the spreads, they'll tighten them. And if you're stuck in that with a hard stop, you're gonna get stopped out. Okay, now let me ask you another question. I personally don't like stops at all. And you're gonna say Lloyd is willing to let a trade go to zero? Yeah. So you as a trader have to determine how you personally want to trade. Trading is not about reading charts. The reading chart part about trading, I would say, is about what, maybe 20%. They really believe that. Reading charts is about 20% of trading. You know, who knows Sang Lucci? Anyone know Sang Lucci? Come on, some of you guys do. No? He doesn't read charts that much. He looks at flow in the markets. Right? For you guys that know him, Nicole B, right? He's not a big chart reader, right? He's not. He looks at a chart. He knows where support resistance is, but he doesn't give a shit about what a chart is. Because he's looking at flow in the market. He's looking at the tape. He's looking at where money's coming in. Right? Right? So you don't have to be a great chart reader. But he also knows risk management. So let me go over a couple of things. All right. Number one is, did anybody get the idea that I tried to play a bounce in the market today? And I'm telling you guys, if you ever get a tweet that I have a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment and I'm going to be out, the market's going to move. It did it on Monday. Now, this is true, James. People know this. It did it on Monday. Nicole B knows this. She'll tell you. It did it on Monday, and it did it today. Yeah, right. And Nicole, you know, you made bank on the way down. I missed the whole way down because I had to be somewhere. Oh, it never fails, guys. It never fails. I swear to you. And tomorrow I have to I have another appointment at 2:30. And just so you guys know, I'm getting my appointments out of the way because I'm going to go to Maine and stay with my mom for about a month. I want to make sure she's okay. So I'm getting all my appointments out of the way. And I'm still going to be trading in Maine. I'm just getting everything out of the way. All right. I'm kind of I want to make sure things are good. Okay. So this is why this week was I said to you, this week is going to be very hard for me, right? So I want you to know I'm not being lazy or anything crazy like that. I'm getting my eye doctor. I'm getting this doctor. I'm getting my dental work, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So I can do this. It's very important to me. So let's use a pen. All right. So I don't want this thing, though. I want a pen. So today, apologies, guys. I'm still not used to how this thing works. Pen. Tool. Pen. All right. So today, we get into 2, 5, 5, 5 calls at 210. Just want to go over it. Just hear me out on this, all right? Just hear me out a little bit. We bought in again at 135. So my risk today, my risk in this market today with you in the room was $345 playing a bounce. Okay, that was my risk. Can we all agree to disagree? Right? That was my risk. I'll go over that later. Because I can't switch this chart yet. That was my risk, right? Can we agree? Yes or no? Do you guys understand why that was my risk? It's not like I had SPY shares where I had unlimited risk. Or not unlimited risk, it's not going to go to zero. It's not like I had shares of anything. I had defined my risk at $345. And I was okay with $345 of risk. In the account that in the SPX Millions account, okay, that has like $640 so far if you counted $500. I was okay with this risk, 345 bucks. All right. These went to like, what was it, 40 cents? And I didn't get stopped out. I don't know, maybe it's 50 cents. I can't remember. I didn't get stopped out. Why? Because I'm okay with this. I am perfectly fine with this. They went to 30 cents. Because I'm perfectly fine with that $345. So it went to 30 cents. So my $345 went down to 60. Okay. Okay, now let me ask you a question. How many here thinks that's crazy? I mean, please, I want someone to think it's crazy. This was going to be about risk tonight. Alan thinks it's crazy. Crazy, man. So, what's crazy? What's crazy? Then it wouldn't bounce. I would lose $345. But here's the deal, Harry. I was okay losing $345. No, it's not, Alan, because this account right here is really important for me to grow. I did one at 135 and one at 210. $345. This account, Alan, is really important for me to grow. Really, 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 really important. All right? It's a challenge for me. Forget the underlying. I'm okay losing it. However, I still had one thing. I had a risk reward, okay, that if it actually went to where I thought it could go, which is 2560, I still felt it could be worth $500. All right. It actually went to 490, guys. I believe the high was 490, right? Okay. So my question to you is, I know many of you in here are getting stopped out on trades. Here is my question. I'll explain that. Let me get off the screen. Here's my question. Is it because you're putting too much in the trade? Okay. Let me show you something. I held NVIDIA puts overnight. I told you guys I was going to hold NVIDIA puts overnight. Who held the NVIDIA puts with me? You want to see something beautiful? Okay, I'll get something different. I'll do something yellow. Who held the NVIDIA puts overnight? I'll do yellow. How's that? Who held the NVIDIA puts? We get in the NVIDIA puts at what was it? I don't know how to change the colors, Sharon. I'm horrible with this. Let me get yellow. Who had the NVIDIA puts? Okay. we get in the NVIDIA puts at was it 140? They went down, if I'm not mistaken, to 90 cents yesterday. Okay. Kevin, did you exit when I told you guys to exit at 315? I had $175 a contract. By not getting stopped out because I was okay losing this. Okay? I was okay losing that. I knew AMD had earnings. And I knew if AMD earnings stunk, NVIDIA was going to drop. I also knew if AMD said, hey, we're taking market share, we're doing good, we're going to kick butt. Well, who are they taking market share from? They're taking market share from NVIDIA. So I felt the probability that NVIDIA was going to drop was in my favor. I actually thought they were going to sell it off at the end of the day yesterday, but they didn't. All right, most of it is psychology. And I'm going to get to one point. All right. Trade yesterday. Let's do another trade. Let's look at another trade. Tesla. All right. Tesla. Yesterday we got in the... Guys, and I'm doing this for a reason. You're going to see there's a reason why I'm doing this. Alright? I'm not going to lie to you. There's going to be a reason why I'm doing this. Tesla, we got in the 335 puts at... I don't have my... I don't have it open. What was it? What did we get in at? What did we get in at? It was like 390. Was it like 390 here? Let's just call it $4. It was somewhere around here. I think it was less than that. Okay, what are those 335 puts worth right now? They're worth $1,000. I personally, as a trader, hate to use any stop whatsoever. For the simple reason that I know in this market, trading options, one contract at a time, maybe two, I know I can make a living. I know I am that good. Okay, let me ask you guys a question. This is a real question. What do you guys have for a goal for trading in a day? I'm going to show you something. What's your trading goal for a day? What's your trade? Who has a goal for trading that wants to share it? You don't have to. $300 to $500, $500. As much as possible, sure. All right, here, I want to show you something. Do you guys remember when I told you guys on Twitter that if you wanted to play a bounce, you could take the 2-5-4-5 calls? You guys remember that on Twitter? No? Can anybody see this? For those that want to play a bounce, the 2-5-4 calls are best now. You see that? Who sees it? Yes or no? Now, with you guys, I was already in 2-5. I was already in UVXY puts that double, and I was already in 255 calls that I still like. All right. Can you make a living doing this? Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see it. Can you make a living doing this? One contract, guys. What was it? 410. Just held it too close. One contract. Like $1,000 bucks. You can't read it, I know, and I can't get it bigger. You guys can't read it. You can't see it on the screen. It's small, I know. It's 410. Yeah, close last at 1270. I held it too close. Point is, guys, that I'm trying to tell you, you guys got to determine. I'm going to give you the best lesson that I've learned. Those who are afraid of losing money are going to lose the most. Do you guys understand what why I'm telling you that? Those that are afraid of losing money are going to lose the most because you're not going to let your trades work. You are absolutely not going to let your trades work. And a trade may not work in between now and 2 hours. All right, so let me go over what I saw today, because this is really important, because okay, this is really important. Yeah, it does, Ronnie. So, all right, moral of the story, you got to determine your personality as a trader. All right, number one, you need a system. All right, number two, you need risk management. And number three, you got to find a system that fits your personality. All right? If you have a system, even if it's a winning system, but it doesn't fit your personality, it ain't going to work. Sharon, I don't know 100% what Sharon's system is, but her system, even though she's profitable, may drive me nuts. And Joe W's system, even though it's profitable, I think I know Joe's system a little bit. Joe, can you hear me? Joe likes, if I'm not mistaken, Joe goes way out of the money and plays the probabilities. That would drive me nuts. All right? Does that make sense? Right? Does this make sense, guys? Yes or no? Even though Joe's system's profitable, Sharon's profitable, I'll go in, I'm probably going to lose money because I'm afraid of losing money because I don't like the system. It's just not my personality. Right? But I don't even know what the system is. And the same with Moto's. Moto's system might drive me nuts. I don't know. Could absolutely drive me nuts, even though it's a winning system. But I'm so afraid of losing money that I'm going to lose money. Okay? Small accounts got to risk more. What is whose system? I don't know. All right. So let's breathe in and breathe out for 1 minute. Historically, in 2017, how many days on the SPX have we had where we've had more than a 1% drop? Anybody? Come on. Anybody? 1% drop. I hope I'm not being, I hope it's not feeling how I'm joking around is being demeaning. Tell me if it is. I don't mean it that way. I really don't mean it that way. You know, I don't. I'm just kind of having fun. I can't remember, Harry, the last time we had more than a 1% drop. So one of the things I go to, and this is what I really like to look at in my day trading, right? Now you could use you could use, it's been a long time. Ron, I don't think it's been even this year, man. I don't think we've had a 1% drop in the SPX this year. All right, so one of the things I go to is, see how I got my list? You may say, all right, all the charts are so important. No. My list is kind of important. You know, it's got Google, it's got the banks, got the big ones, right? TLT, Citi, my main thing. I'm looking at these, right? So forget this part of the screen sometimes. I'm just looking at this. And I saw SPX approaching 1%. So if you've never had more than a 1% drop in the SPX, I actually think it reached 1%, and it's at near 1%, what are you going to do? Are you going to short it? No, you're going to try to go long. All right, here's the thing with SPX. Nicole has said, Nicole B, it's opened her eyes. Nicole, right? It's opened your eyes, right? Nicole B. It should open everybody's eyes. All right. It's also unforgiving, but it can rip your head off. This is why I say to everybody, 1 to 2 contracts on SPX, no more. You guys are not experienced enough to be trading more than 1 to 2 contracts. You're not. Don't do it. If you're trading more than 1 to 2 contracts, you deserve to lose your money. All right? I mean that seriously. Donate it to an animal rescue league. Do something with it before you lose it. Okay? All right? I mean that seriously, guys. You guys are, until you get proficient trading SPX, you should not be trading more than 1 to 2 contracts. Because here's why. I just showed you a contract I bought, one contract at $420. It closed at $1,200. At one point, it was like $1,400. All right. You don't need more than 1 to 2. Nicole B invested $190, got out at $1K, 255 put. What's going to happen if you go in 5 and 6 contracts? You're gonna close it too soon. You're gonna get shaken out on a stop. All right. Okay. Someone just asked me to consider giving an extra day for a cushion, and I want to say why I wouldn't do that. Alan, I'm going to tell you why I wouldn't do that. Alan asked about going for an extra day. Why I wouldn't do the cushion. The options were too expensive. On the move down, the implied volatility on the options expanded. They were really expensive. So that's all that premium is going to get sucked out of that. Make sense? Because what happens is as the market moves down, the premiums go up. As the market moves up, the premiums go down. So you're fighting the IV, because there's 3 things in an option. There's implied volatility, time, and intrinsic value, and real value. And one third of the option pricing is going down. Make sense? Okay. So I want to do something, and I'm going to use Paint Program. Okay, let's do something. I don't want to use yellow, Sharon, on this one though. I want to use blue. Okay. So let me ask you a question. If you have this, and this is price, where do you want to short? Where would you want to short this market? If this is how prices is moving, where would you want to short? Oh, come on, this is easy. You want to short here. You want to try your short here. right? Why not? It broke above. If it comes down, bounces up, all right, you're wrong. If it keeps going, you're wrong. But this is where you got the chance for this, to break that. 1, 2, third break. Does that make sense? Yes or no? Yeah? Okay. So let me ask you a question. So they drop it below, right? They're going to drop it below. Now this is a really clean one. All right? This is really clean. But hey, they dropped it below this one. So shouldn't you, would you short the break? Would you short this break of support? Yes or no? Would you short the break of support? You could try. You could try, but oh boy, you gotta have a really tight stop. That first break of support, you gotta have a tight stop. All right, you could try it, but most likely, they might do this. Now, you've seen prior resistance here, right? You've seen prior resistance here. So, why not short it here? Why not short it there? Because, you know, you're just getting a head start on a short, right? Because prior resistance is there, right? So you're kind of getting a head start on a short. You know it's going to come up, hit that, right? It's going to do this. It's going to come up, hit that, and go down. So you short it, right? Does it make sense? It's something you can try, but chances are they're going to bring it up here, and then you're going to get stopped out right there. So you go short there, and you go stop right there. And then you know what they do? They bring it down. Right. How I like to trade and I see this pattern a lot. Do you guys understand this? So, you know, you short here. Doesn't work, right? Can we agree? When it shorts on the break, it doesn't work. Can we agree on that? Yes or no? It didn't work, right? You shorted here before. It didn't work because you took it above, right? I like to short the breaks above, and I like to go long the breaks below. Why do I like to do that? Because if big money's going to buy, they're going to take it below. As they take it below support, what is everybody doing? One question. What's everybody doing? They're short. Right? And then when they bring it back above, what are all these shorts doing? They're covering. Right? Can we agree? Yes or no? You guys understand this? It's important. It's important. It's really, really, really important because it's going to go to the next thing I'm going to show you. It's going to go to the next thing I show you. And when it goes above, right? Anyone that was short here, right? Remember, we're breaking above. They got to cover, right? And then all the breakout traders, well, hey, he's breaking out. We're going in. And then what does big money do? They sell it. They're not giving you a free breakout. All right, let's go to today. What happened? And guys, this is why you don't even really need to read a chart. This is the point I'm going to try to get to you. All right. So today we had our lines drawn, right? Let's go to a 5-minute. We had our lines drawn. I believe my first entry today, I wanted to go long, guys. Guys, you can't pick a bottom. All right, when the ES, SPX, Sharon, help me out on this one. You're not going to be able to pick the exact bottom. All right. Now, Sharon's an ES trader. We're not in ES futures contracts where we can lose thousands of dollars. We have defined our risk at $345. And Sharon will tell you, if you're an ES futures trader today and you were trading the ES, okay, Sharon, if anyone was trading the ES today, they could not define their risk at $345. I don't believe, without getting stopped out. You need at least a 4-point stop on the ES today if you were trading that. I believe. All right, if anyone's telling you that they were not using a 4-point stop on the ES for day trading, they're getting stopped out. All right, so we were looking at a $400 risk, which is about 2 ES contracts. All right, I believe my first trade I tried to make was trading this right here, this level right here. I want to play a bounce in the markets because, for the simple reason, every time this market sells off, and I asked the room, give me news, why is the market selling off? Not one person could give me any news why this market was selling off. All right, not one person could give me any news why this market was selling off. There wasn't bombs flying. All right, I believe the first one I was trying for this breakout. So we bought here. Then I looked at a level that I had drawn, right? And I tried to add here. And it dropped. All right. But look at what happened when it dropped. I don't use fibs anymore. All right. What happened when it dropped to a new low? Look at your MACD. I don't play crosses on the MACD. Look, you had a cross here. You're going to get stopped out. But what happened to the MACD? Has this made a new low? What happened to the MACD? Come on, guys. It's visual. But what happened? What kind of divergence? Negative or positive? I know MACD's lagging, Sharon. I know it's a lagging indicator. This is why I don't trade the crosses, Sharon. I never trade the crosses in a MACD. Never. Because they're too lagging. But I will look at a divergence. Has this made a new low? Alright, has this made a new low? MACD did not make that new low. And some people, some people don't believe in MACDs. I don't play the crosses in MACDs at all because they're too lagging for me. But I do look at the divergences. All right. I do look at the divergences. So but the point I'm trying to make, right? This is the point I'm trying to make. There was no retracement as of yet when this was making that low. There was no retracement there. We just didn't make a lower low. No, I'm not waiting for a third candle to confirm here. I wanted to be long. And when I saw this right here, yeah, it is. Okay, I agree with you on that one too. When I saw it here, I wanted to go in the 65. I wanted to buy some of those calls at 65 cents so bad. But there were too many people asking me questions about this. So going back to our example, let's go back to our example. Who remembers the chart who remembers the pattern I just gave you? Let me get yellow. I'm sorry. Yellow. So tonight's really about a couple patterns. Who remembers a pattern I gave you? Let's consider this support, right? Or let's just draw it here. Who remembers the example I gave you? Ah, now we can't have yellow. How about green? All right, who remembers the example I gave you? So we're going up here, right? Wouldn't it be nice if it just bounced? Right? Wouldn't it be nice if it just bounced here? But no, what did they do? They dropped it below our support. Remember the pattern I gave you before? All right, so right here, people start shorting. Telling you, people started shorting right there. I know they did. All right. So they break it below. They get people short, and then they take it here. Ah, dang! Now we're back at that level. Shorts are covering because this is where their stops is, and it flies. For me, on a bounce. You know, Charles C., I don't know where he is. I hope he's okay. As Charles C. would tell you, if you're not feeling the pain, you're not going to get the gain. Right? I really mean that. If you're just not feeling the pain, you're probably not going to get the gain. This was the area where big money decided to buy. Now, as some people don't like MACD, I respect that. But let me clear all this stuff out for you. Okay, let me clear it all out for you. And let's draw an arrow. So you got this, you got this, you got this, and you got that. Momentum was shifting on this move down. Right? Can we agree? If you trade MACD divergences, I don't trade the crosses at all. I think trading the crosses are foolish. I don't trade MACD crosses. I only use MACD as because I want a divergence indicator. And you could have used a momentum indicator too. You would have saw it. It is lagging, as Sharon said, but typically the MACD should have made a lower low, right? MACD was flat. And this was down. Right? You could have used RSI too. You probably would have noticed it. You probably would have noticed in a lot of indicators that anyone that tracks momentum, you would have noticed that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give you guys this too. So I want to explain. So here's the deal. I'm gonna do one more section of this. Does everybody understand the dynamics of what happened today in the market as far as trying to find a bottom? Number one, define my risk at $350. All right, right? Define your risk. Period. Just define it. If you believe the market's gonna find a bottom and doing this pattern, right? Remember the pattern we did? Drop below, get everybody short, and then possibly come above. Someone asked me about the 260 level. The reason is I got this level here on the ES at 2558. Whoever asked me where I thought I could come to 2560, don't know where that level come from, but remember I said we got to draw our levels. If I go to a 60-minute chart, it's a level somewhere. It's kind of this breakout level here where we broke out, broke down. Not much recently, but it was this level here where it kind of hung around a little bit, came down, tested it, it broke it there. All right, it was that level there. Okay. So does everybody understand the bounce aspect? So when I'm calling out trades on a bounce, we did 2 trades today. Who took UVXY puts? Anybody? They went up 100%, guys. UVXY puts went up 100%. I'm not lying to you. Alan got 75, I think, but they went over 100%. We did UVXY puts, and we did this trade on the SPX trade I messed up because I got out of it too soon. But going forward, I'm not going to get out of it too soon because everybody's going to watch this video, right? And they're going to understand why I'm in the trade. At least 10 people PM'd me saying I'm really down on this trade. I'm nervous. Some people are saying like I'm in 5-10 contracts. People on Twitter, to the point where I want to give you guys a lesson. If you are nervous about a trade, get out. All right, Sharon, is that right? Would you say, from your experience as a trader, if you're just nervous about a trade, just get out. All right. It got to the point where I wanted to get you guys out of the even. I wanted to get everybody out of the even. But going forward, no more. All right, because I'm telling you I'm giving you my mental process as to why. Okay, can we agree on this? Going forward, no more. If you're taking 5 contracts, it's your own fault. I'm saying 1 to 2. I'm giving you the amount of contracts I'm trading, 1 to 2. I told you how many contracts I bought. All right, and if you can't handle the 345 risk, you can't take the trade on a day when the market's down and we're trying to find a bottom. Okay, and see, I agree with Sharon right there. You're willing to risk it, but okay, I agree. You enter a trade, you're willing to risk it, you let the trade work. Period. Right? You're either right or wrong. You're either going to lose your $345, or my thesis is right and SPX is going to go to 2560 and you're going to make $500. All right. Right. But the point I want to make to you guys right here, right now, finding bottoms in the market, picking bottoms in the market, you ain't going to do it to the penny. You're just not. It's not going to happen. All right? You're going to feel pain on your trade. Go in your position size where you can feel pain and let the trade work. These can be your absolutely, positively, beyond a doubt, the best days you will ever have. All right? These days are money days. If you are right. These are days whereas Nicole, I mean, she banged it hard today, right, Nicole B? You made money today. All right, these are the days where you can make money if you don't get shaken out. And how you don't get shaken out, I can't answer to you. You have to answer that. You have to go home tonight and think about this. And what personality, I'm going to have to sneeze, guys. And what personality fits you as a trader. But I feel this lesson today is really, really, really good. Because picking bottoms in the market is not easy when the market's pulling back. I'm not lying to you. But boy, when it does actually bottom and you're long, it's good. Right, guys? It's good. Okay. Since we're going to keep these around an hour, I want to go over one trade setup because I almost did it today, Angus. And just so you guys know, I want to show you. All right, just so you guys think, hey, you know, Lloyd's just playing games. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. He's just, he's trying to pull a fast one on us. Right? I'm not going to give it to you. Because number one, I still got to ask Angus about this, and I know you can't see it. This is what Angus has done about each of these things that we're doing. All right, maximum percentage 300. Angus, would it be fair to say that every trade setup that we're doing on the SPX has an over 80% win rate? Would that be fair to say? I believe it would. I have to go through these, and I really have to ask Angus about some of these trades because there's a few strategies, and I'm not. Okay. Late day tests on SPX. All right, and someone accused me of gambling. Damn it. I didn't like when someone accused me of gambling. All right. Late day test. Yep, it sure is. So the end of day one was, yes, Harry. Someone said I'm gambling. Guys, whenever you put money in the stock market, you're gambling. Okay? All right. Late day test, max percent. Do you even see a loss? Do you guys see a loss here? Anyone see a loss? You see a loss? Someone accused me that I was gambling when I'm doing this. I am not gambling. When I see something that works 80% of the time, and even though I may lose it all, and I have the potential to make 262%, 200%, 128, 195, 95, 160, I'm taking that damn trade, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. I'm taking the trade because if I'm seeing an 80% win rate where you can make 300%, I'm all over that trade. All right? I'm all over it every day. I'll take it every day. You give me an 80% win rate in this market, I'm taking it. All right, end of day trade. I'm going to do it fast, guys, to show you what it is. Because it happened today, and we didn't take it. Don't ask me why we didn't take it, but we didn't take it. But I'm going to tell you right here, right now, since I'm giving you the trade, showing it to you, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to call it out. And the reason I didn't take the trade is because I really haven't explained it to you. Take a 2-minute chart. Put on the Bollinger Bands. Put on RSI. See how RSI hit down here? Put on stochastics. Angus uses slow. I don't think it really matters. See what happened right here? Do you guys see it? Outside the Bollinger Bands, right? Yes or no? Are we on a 2-minute chart? Are we outside the Bollinger Bands? I gotta get oversold, overbought because I don't use these indicators. Yep. Are we oversold? Are we down at lower end RSI? Are we? Yes? No? Are we? Sure we are. Yeah, pretty close. Close enough for me. Stochastics. Are they down? Low? Yep. RSI and stochastics. Alright. So we're down, right? We're oversold. We're outside the Bollinger Bands. We've already had a 15-point move in the ES and the SPX. Okay? We had a 15-point move in the SPX. What's the chance it can move another 2 points to the upside? It's pretty damn good. Back testing. 132, 262%, 137%, 200%, 101%, 189%, 107%, 160%. This is a max percent win on this strategy at the end of the day. Losses, Angus. Where's the losses, Angus? Did you miss the losses? You didn't just put wins, right? If you had a loss, did you put it? If there was a loss on this strategy, you would have put it, right? You would have said loss, right? Okay. He would have. All right. 255 calls. Anyone want to know what they were? Anyone want to know? I was in the trading room, guys. You heard me. What was I banging? What was I saying I could get those 255 calls for? $0.45. 255 call. You could have got them for 45 cents. Not lying to you. Right around here. Easy to get. Looking at it, watching it, saw it, mentioned it. Should we take it at 45 cents? What did they close at? You just hold it to close. That's the strategy. You don't do anything with it. You hold it through close. $215. That's the strategy I told Angus. Just don't even try to sell it at a double. Don't even try to sell it at a triple. Just hold the damn thing till close. Once it gets in the money, boom. 45 cents to 215. I'm going to do these trades, guys. Now that I've done the webinar, I'm telling you I'm going to do these trades. Are they aggressive? Can you lose it all? Yeah, you can. You can lose a whole 45 bucks. But here's the deal. You want to talk about gambling? Who trades stocks? You ever traded a biotech? Go buy 1,000 shares of a biotech. You want to talk about gambling? Right, Rosemary? You trade bios, right? Go buy 1,000 shares of a biotech, and then have news come out, and have news come out that one of their drugs is getting recalled. All right, and I'm not talking you're in options. I'm talking you're in stock. You can't define your risk on that trade, right, Rosemary? There's no way you can define your risk. You got 10,000 shares of a $10 buyout, right? And it's going up and up and up, and you're up, you know, you bought it at $3, and all of a sudden their drug gets recalled. It tanks to $1. You have not defined your risk. That's gambling. All right? If you went in this trade and put $90 into it, could you lose the whole $90? Hell yes. You could lose the whole $90, but look, let me ask you guys a question. Now, why is this doing this? Well, you saw the win rate. Who would take the trade? Who here would take the trade? I don't know why it's not letting me do it above it. Who here would take that trade? You got a win rate of 132, 262, 137, 200, 101, 189, 107, 160, 128, 120, 194, 95 with no losers. Who would take the trade? I mean, Nicole, it's a no-brainer, right? I mean, it really is. It triggered today. I told Angus that it triggered, but he wasn't taking it. I wanted to take it, but I wanted you to have this webinar before I took it. It's more towards the end of the day, Sharon. After like 2:30. You want to get it when the options are cheap. You want to get under $100 options. All right, that's kind of my goal on that one. I want ideally $70 options, and I'm gonna go over a little more detail about it. You don't want it too far out of the money. On a day like today, since we had like a 15-point move in the SPX, Sharon, there's a good chance it's gonna rip 3 points, right? Can we all agree on that? If you got a 15-point move on the ES, there's a good point it can move 3 points. On the end of the day, if you got a day when the ES is trading in like a 5-point range, 4-point range, this trade's not gonna trigger so good. But then on the same token, when you're in a 4 or 5 point range on the ES, you got to really look where you're trading, how far from the strike. I don't like to be more than $2 from the strike. I don't like to be more than $2 out of the money. All right, on a day like today, it wouldn't bother me because the ES was very, violent. It was making 3-point moves, right? Making like 3-point moves like a champ. Okay. But going back to the testing once again, is you got, what in hell is it? Just people reading these videos are probably going to be laughing because I don't know why it's going behind my screen. But I know why. It's because I got it marked up. But here, here's your percentage. There's no losses. Okay, there's no losses in the September to October. None. It's a no-brainer trade to take when it sets up. And Angus, going forward, I'm going to take it. The reason I'm going to take it, guys, you guys all understand somewhat when I say end-of-day trade, I'm taking it. You kind of understand what I'm doing, right? And why I'm doing it. Right? And we've got charts. Boom. 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 Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands. Oversold. Condition. Boom. 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 It's a reversal. Big money's reversing. All right. Big money's playing a reversal. All right. So going forward, the reason I didn't take it today, I didn't want to toss it out on Twitter and have everybody shake their head and say, what the hell is he doing if it didn't work? But going forward, I'm going to do it. All right. If you don't want to take it, don't take it. If you think it's gambling, don't take it. right? If you don't want to do a counter trend trade, don't take it. I have found that at the end of the day, the SPX likes to put in a little reversal. And the ES does too. All right. If it's going up, it's profit taking, I would say, right? Sharon, maybe? I don't know what it is. Profit taking? If it's going down? Shorts covering, maybe? Just people buying in for the next day? I don't know what it is, but it's doing it. It's closing out trades, but it gets a little reversal going, right, Sharon? You got a reversal in the opposite direction of the trend. And you can make money on that. Period. I don't know why in hell. I don't even know why the market fell today. But you know what I did today when I saw the market? I looked at that chart pattern that I gave you at first and said, hey, maybe we got that. This 2-minute chart right here gave you a sell signal from the minute. Every time it came out to a value area, it gave you a sell. It gave you a sell. Right there with this double bottom was interesting. And this was interesting too because I had parabolic SIR and a buy. And it looked like it may break out. That's where I tried it. I added to it there. They dropped it below there. And then they ripped it. All right. Yep, today was late. Usually between 3:20 3:30. Around 3:30. All right, guys. Guys, we've had an hour session. Any questions? Quick questions. I want to keep these to like an hour and 15 minutes. I gave you that first chart pattern. I think you really gotta. The ES is the ES futures, SPX futures, SPY futures. The ES is good because it trades almost 24/7, so you get a clean read. SPX is only open from 9:30 to 4:15. Okay. This chart is a 2-minute SPX. And I don't even like 2-minute charts, but I like to time 2 minutes on SPX. Yep, Nicole, they are. And then we're going to keep going and going and going and going and doing them as the day progresses. So like when we have a day where we do a setup, you're going to get this. Does this make sense? Yes or no? So but the ES, guys, you really want us, and I know some of you guys might not have the ES. See, the ES is open almost 24 hours. It closes at Friday night until Sunday night. But you're going to find levels on the ES that you're not going to find on the SPX. Does that make sense? You're going to find what happened at 4 a.m. on the ES, where you're not, and you're going to see a level, but you're not going to see it on SPX. You're not going to see it on SPY. And this ES moves in tandem with SPX. SPX is about 2 points higher than this ES right now. Remember I mentioned that 2560 level right there? I thought they were going to try to take the ES green. All right. No, they trade in lockstep. What do you mean don't trade in lockstep, David does? Sure. Share it, Angus. Share it. Share it. Just put it out in the room. Put it in announcements. Put it out. You can share it. What do you mean by in lockstep? What do you mean in lockstep? You mean the same point? I mean, Sharon, they're pretty close. All right. When you get a divergence between the ES and the SPX, or when you get a divergence between the ES and the SPY, for the most part, David, here's the issue. When you get this is a whole nother section. If you get a big divergence between the ES and the SPY, you're gonna have what you call arbitrage, and they're gonna come in and try to fix it as much as possible on this month. Not if you're using this month's contract, not next month's. Yeah, Sharish, and I'm gonna go over that next time. Okay. No, we can't do our, but the big money does. And what they're doing is, so let's say the SPY gets out of, let's say the SPY's behaving badly and is getting ahead of itself on the ES or something. Big money is going to fix it. And you can go to, ever since the crash in whenever it was, 87, they have to report when they're doing it. You can go to Barron's Market Laboratory, and there's a section in Barron's called Market Lab. You can see when they've done it. All right, it's somewhere in all that jumbled mess in Market Lab. You can see when the big money went in and bought and fixed it. All right, it's called R because one's getting out of value with the other. Yep. But during the regular session, Sharon, it usually fixes itself. Right. In regular session, and guys, these money. Let's just put it this way. I'll get you the information, but these guys are putting in big money. They're scalping for pennies. Right, and I'm gonna change that, Mark. I'm gonna, after this video, and I've explained it, I am going to change that. I'm going to give my stops. I'm holding. You guys are going to have to determine your own stops. Alright, I'm changing it. SPX has always been $100. I don't care what it is. SPX has always been $100. SPX always been $100 stops. And when I've been in an SPX trade and it's dropped below $100, I've always says I'm still in SPX. I've always said I'm still in SPX even when it drops below $100. SPX million has no stop. It's gonna have stop. I'll tell you to stop, Harry. But on a day like today, I'm not getting stopped out at the low. Right? There's gonna be times when SPX we're gonna have stops on it, and I'll let you know what it is. But you know, you really think I'm gonna get stopped out here? Have it drop here and then rip my head off to the upside? No way. No, it ain't gonna happen. Not with $350 at risk. Come on. But I'll get you guys day trades going forward. I'm gonna, after you guys are watching this video, and tonight and yes, last night I've talked about stops. All right, so you guys should know enough about stops, whether I've talked about what you guys want to do. You guys may want to get stopped out. You got big accounts, you go in 10 contracts, trade doesn't work, you want to get stopped out, go get stopped out. But I'm telling you, trading one contract, you can make a lot of money. I'm not lying to you, one contract's all you need to trade in options. You catch it, you can make it. But if all you're going to do is get stopped out, you're not going to make it. Should have held the damn Tesla overnight too. And you guys, that would have been a nice trade. Holding that Tesla, catching $1,000 on that thing. That had a nice trade. I had two. I had two of the Nvidias. I made like $350 on them, Mark. It's not going to go to zero. See, one thing you got to realize about, here's one thing you guys got to realize about an option, guys. And after this, I really got to go. As an option goes, you know what? I'm going to stop this.